Hello everyone, welcome to Biology Online. I'm Mr. Child, I'll be your instructor for this term. Let's go ahead and switch over so you can see my screen. And let's get started here. To begin with, on the right hand of the screen here um, is your to-do list. These are the things that need to be submitted. Um, and this tells you what it is, how many points it's worth, and its due date. Okay. Over here on the right is the modules. You can click here to go to the modules. This is just a list of the modules for this course. You can go back to home anytime. You can click that and go right back to home. Okay. Very important. This date here will change based upon the term that you're in, but this is the last day that you can submit work. 21 in this case, August 21st at 11:59. The course will lock and no more assignments can be submitted. So make sure you pay close attention to that. We'll talk more about that here in a minute. Okay. We'll get back to getting started here in just a second, but first I'm going to jump over to this course modules. Of course, you can do the list view of the modules here, or if you want, you can go to the tile view right here, and this will take you to your assignments. Okay, you can go back to course modules. So you can bounce back and forth, and anytime you want, you can always go home. There's also a home button here on this page. Okay, this will take you to the syllabus, this will take you to office hours, and this will take you to the final project and exam. We'll view those pages here in just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and jump into the getting started. All right, here in getting started, these are our learning objectives. And each of these buttons here will take you to any of these pages that you would like. There is a pretest for this, and then we do have our first assignment right off the bat here. Okay, so let's jump into how to be successful. For the most part, this video you're watching now talks about everything that is in here. Make sure you're working weekly and taking care of things as you go. In the course syllabus, you can see my office hours and some of my contact information. However, I'll show you another location for both of those. This is our structure for all 4 terms. If you click here, this will take you to the USBE strands and standards for this class. And then this will take you to a page that you can then go and get to the district website. Okay, I'll show you that page here in a minute. Important dates to be aware of. Each of these are the due dates for each of the modules. Okay, and then again, this line here in red is a hard due date. Do I accept late work? I do, but not after this date. I cannot. There's nothing I can do. It's set for me, and it is a hard due date. So don't miss that one. Okay. Okay. Next one. When you are talking with me or sending me emails, please tell me what's going on. Communicate well with me, please. This here will take you to the online proctoring center. Exams, final exams, right? Not module exams, but final exams are proctored. So you have to have that set up. You have to have a proctor. Here is our grading scale. I do accept late work, like I said, but I do reserve the right. If you are turning it all in at the last day of the quarter at 11:59 and just squeaking it in, and there's a bunch of people that do that, I'll grade as fast and hard as I can, but I can't guarantee. So please stay up to date. That way I don't have to grade a whole lot right at that last day. Okay. AI. I do expect you to use AI on specific assignments. Matter of fact, I give you the AI for those assignments. For labs and tests, no AI. The reason for no AI in the lab is because you're doing it, right? You go in and you do the lab, and then you tell me what you did. AI doesn't know what you did, so it can't tell me that, right? But I do want you to use AI on assignments to help you learn. Okay. Let's go ahead and go next. This is my contact information. Primary method is the inbox right over here. Just click on that and jump in and send me an email. This is my desk phone. I'm not always next to it. This is my classroom. I have a physical classroom at the Innovation Center, room D213. You're always welcome to stop in and say hi. If you have questions, I'd love to see you. Okay, let's jump into office hours. You can always join me on office hours. Office hours are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 12:25 to 12:55. You can click right here and that will open a Google Meet. And I will, during office hours, I will be sitting in there waiting for you. So come join me. I mean, I'd love to see you. Okay. Materials and fees. There are labs in this class. And the items for the lab are self-provided. I've done my best to make sure that they are common household items. However, if you cannot provide for your own exams, you let me know. I'll get it set up for you, and you can come and get it and take it home and do it that way. Okay. You are going to need high speed, or you're going to need internet, good, reliable internet. This is an online class, and as such, it's done online. I mean, so you're going to need a Chromebook or a good laptop or computer. You're going to need an access to some type of camera. For some of the labs, you have to video yourself or take pictures. Okay, and a scientific calculator. What it can be online. I don't care. Whatever. You won't use it a ton, but you should have access to a good calculator. Over here, general supplies. Some of the labs you have to do coloring or drawing, right? You don't have to have a notebook just for this class, but from time to time you might need paper. And there's times you will need to measure stuff with a, okay. Final exam. Again, proctored. Jump in and jump onto one of these ladies' proctoring calendars and get set up for proctoring. Proctoring is only for the final exam. Okay. Again, hard due dates. You must have the exams finished. Again, these dates will change. They may not be the same as what's on this video, depending upon the term that you're in and all of that. But make sure that you have that you're done by that day. 11:59 that day. I'm not planning on staying up till 11:59. I will, if you can't get in proctored with one of the ladies, you let me know, and I'll do my best to set aside some time that we can meet and you can do that. If I'm proctoring you, I do need a parent in the room. Okay, this is a little bit about me. I'm going to let you read through that. I want you to tell me about you. When you start this assignment, this is going to pop up. I want you to come in here, just copy this, come down here. Oh, no, not that. Got to go to text entry and just paste that in there. And then you're going to type in the information here, what your home base is. Are you 100% online? Do you go part-time to another school? Are you homeschooled? Just let me know, okay? And so on. Just go through answering these questions. Once you're done, submit it with all of the assignments. If you do not submit them, I do not see them, and they won't get graded. Course agreement. This is done through New Quizzes, and basically what this is just saying, hey, I have gone through the syllabus. I understand how everything works. Looks like you do have to scroll a little bit on that. Sorry. Once you're done with that, don't forget to submit. And then you can move on back to the module overview. One other thing I need you to do, please, is this course pretest. Okay, jump in and take that. Once that's done, our first assignment is right here. got the reading pathway and the video pathway. Please do one. You don't have to do both. Okay. You jump in here, you go through, read and watch videos on this one. And then once you're done, by the way, these are little tests to what, just to see if you were paying attention and if you caught some of the stuff, right? And then practice what you've learned. This is your first assignment. In this assignment, these are the questions. I tell you kind of what's going on before you even jump in. I use quizzes because then I can ask multiple questions on the assignment. This is your AI tutor. When you click that, it brings up a Gemini gem, which you can then use for your assignment. Okay. All right. When we begin that, this is what it looks like. Notice this here is the rubric, so you can see, you can kind of know what I'm looking for. What does good look like? And then once you're done, don't forget to submit. And then this takes you to the lab. Okay. Don't forget to submit. If you don't submit, I won't see it. And then here's the lab. Your submission questions, again, the exact same thing. No AI, you should be just walking through the lab. This, you're going to be using PhET in this particular one. And then you're just telling me there's 3 questions here, 3 points apiece. Well, probably 3, 3, and 4. Yeah. And then once you're done, you can then go take the quiz. Remember, module quizzes do not require proctoring. Sorry. Should take you less than 20 minutes. There's 10 questions. Again, no AI is submitted. Once everything is done with that, there is an end of module survey. And this end of module survey is your chance to kind of beat up on me. Tell me what you liked. Tell me what you didn't like. There's questions in there. If there's something you want to tell me and it's not related to one of the questions, just put it in one of the questions. That question text box, right? Let me jump in here. Just put it in one of those. If it doesn't relate to one of these questions, you can just type anything in here you want. So just tell me if I don't ask a question about something and you want to tell me something, tell me in there. I do look at these. They are anonymous, okay? So because they are anonymous, I'll get the message, but I won't know who sent it to me. So just know that, okay? And then once you have submitted that, you are done with the module. This is going to be very similar to what each week goes like, okay? If you have questions, you can always, sorry, the inbox will not work on when I'm in my student mode. But you can always email me, or you can always jump in home, jump into office hours. Again, office hours are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 12:25 to 11:55. Folks, again, I am so glad you're here. I'm excited to work with you. Please let me know how I can help you. My goal is to make sure you understand the material and that you enjoy this class, okay? Glad you're here. You're done with this week. I'll see you next week. Have a great, great week.